Now, for those of you who are here for the very first time, a very special welcome to you. Of course, we do these presentations for new members and guests. Those of you looking at this project for the very first time, or those of you perhaps who have just gotten involved and are looking to really hammer home the understanding of how this platform operates and what you can expect in the coming weeks, months, and years. And of course, what we do is give you a very brief overview of all of the workings of CFX, how specifically members benefit from using the platform, what's entailed in using the platform, how you can maximize your gains from using the platform, all of those types of details. Now, we also make sure that we draw on the experience of members that have been involved in CFX for some time. So if you are new to Zoom as well, find the search section in Zoom. Now, if you're on your smartphone, it's typically at the bottom of your screen, your toolbar. On your laptop or on your tablet, your desktop, it's typically the toolbars at the top. The chat feature is inside of there. Click on chat and you'll be able to send messages. You'll be able to also watch messages from others in the group. So this is going to help you maximize your experience here, because we're going to call on existing members to share some of their personal experiences as this presentation proceeds as well. So why don't we get into it? We've got a couple minutes after the hour. I don't want to keep you any longer than is necessary, so I think we're going to get rolling. But before we get into the specifics of what we're going to cover today, welcome everyone, by the way. Thanks very much for letting us know where you're tuning in from. Let's all watch a short 90-second video together. This year, we are seeing the dream of financial freedom being pushed further and further away from millions of people. Record business closures and massive global layoffs are pushing people's budgets to the breaking point and having a dramatic effect on their quality of life. Many people are being forced to survive on credit, paying today's bills with tomorrow's wages. This is a guaranteed path to financial disaster. Are you currently enjoying the lifestyle that you're working so hard to achieve? In contrast to these statistics, the wealthiest of our populations increase their net worth year after year, and they're able to accelerate their wealth during economic downturns. How is this possible? Financially experienced people put wealth-building principles to work for them, rather than trading their time for wage. In the following video, we'll introduce you to two of these powerful principles and show you how you can get them working for you right away. At CFX, we believe the opportunity to create financial abundance is the right of every person. A better life can begin now. Start your journey with us today. It will be the most empowering change you've ever made. Okay, so we like to begin our presentations with that very short 90-second video, simply because I feel it really sets the tone for the information that we're going to share with you. Now, this is a platform that has been operating very smoothly and effectively we're going on 29 months now, which is a real accomplishment, not only in this industry, but in any industry, especially in the fields that we're in cryptocurrency. Also, of course, with a focus on e-learning, and we're going to discuss really the two trending industries that CFX focuses on at present. However, of course, you're going to see a diversified list of projects as we continue to prepare for the rollout of phase 2 in coming months as well. As it stands right now, of course, there's a great deal of work that's going on behind the scenes regarding our own online university. We call the Academy, our e-learning space. And if you're not already aware, our team of experts in the trading space are really what's responsible for the gains that members see on a regular basis in the global Forex market. So let's talk specifics in the Forex market just for a moment. A lot of people ask, how can CFX be continuing to do what it's doing for such a growing list of people around the world? Obviously, we've got members in almost 190 countries around the world, but in addition to that, we have not only over 300,000 members globally, but that is a list that's growing considerably every single day. How can the company continue to perform for such a large group of people? And the answer really lies in the enormity of the global Forex market. So we're really talking about a market that has an average of more than $5 trillion move through it every single day. It's also a market that's considered recession-proof, and that's obviously large and due in large part to the size of that market. There's a great deal of flexibility. You can leverage and compound yourself in the Forex market. And this is a 5-day per week market. So when you're making gains with CFX, that's happening 5 days per week. We'll talk more about the specifics of that in just a few minutes as we move through this information. But the very first markets are opening Asia Pacific. So that's going to be where most of you were still asleep Sunday evening, Monday morning for New Zealand, Australia, and the Asia Pacific markets. And then, of course, the last markets to close on the trading week are Friday afternoon on Eastern Standard Time, the New York markets, or sessions as they're often referred as well. Asia Pacific sessions, European sessions, London session, Tokyo session, etc. So if you have some experience in the Forex market, this will be a platform that I think you'll have a lot of fun with. But the best news, of course, is if you have absolutely no experience with the global Forex market, this is a place that you can not only survive, but it's a place that you can thrive, because most of the heavy lifting is being done for you in this platform. And there's an awful lot of time and energy and money and expertise that's gone into really structuring this platform. So those of you with no experience in the global Forex market can not only participate, but can participate successfully. So first of all, a little bit about the project specifically and in key specifics regarding the purpose of the platform. Now, we just finished having an end of month meeting where most of you that were tuning in had an opportunity to hear from the CEO and founder of CFX, a gentleman by the name of Oscar Lopez. We're going to introduce you to him and both the founders of the company in just a couple of moments. But the project was launched really with a desire to create another viable income source for individuals that perhaps didn't have the skill set or experience or the time that would normally be required to develop proficiency in the global Forex market. It was a case of two very serious entrepreneurs coming together, one of them with extraordinary skills and an extraordinary track record in the global Forex market. And so we'll talk more about that alliance in just a couple of minutes. The positioning of the company, and many of you ask, how does CFX trade successfully in the Forex market? And this is largely a technology play. This is not sheer volume or numbers of traders on a trading floor trading for our members on a daily basis. And we'll talk more about that in just a couple of minutes as well. But before we do, I want to introduce you to the corporate facilities. Now, most of you have already watched some videos of the ribbon cutting ceremony. In fact, I just got back from the corporate facilities again a few days ago, where we had a team of leaders from the Scandinavian region of the world touring the facilities, and we spent a lot of time with them. It was an absolutely fantastic trip. And so by now, most of you have seen quite a bit of footage from the exterior and the interior of this particular building. This is the 9th floor of the RBS Tower, which is where CFX headquarters are. May not be their only headquarters, but it certainly is right now, and it plays a key role in the operations of the company. This facility, by the way, is going to be open full-time to members at the start of the new year. But let's focus on what's on the screen first of all, and that, of course, is a little bit about the founders of the company. As I mentioned before, there are two founders, and Edwin Abad deals in all things trading. So anything to do with trading operations, anything to do with the technology of the trading, anything to do with the ongoing maintenance, management, profitability of the company from a trading perspective is all Edwin's domain. And everything else to do with running the company, in other words, the roles that the CEO would have, fall on Oscar Lopez's shoulders. Now, these two gentlemen, fortunately, have also had the insight to make sure they surround themselves with very capable and competent teams of people. And many of you have had opportunities to start to meet some of those teams of people. Most of you will have opportunities moving forward to meet those teams, including more than 30 full-time programmers that work for a partner company that is an independent contractor. We refer to lovingly as the Conversion Pros. That's the company that's built out the back office environment that all members use on a regular basis. And their team, their very dedicated team of programmers, also plays a huge role in ensuring the safety, the security of the back office platform as well, not only to make sure that this continues to run like a top, but also make sure that it's a safe and secure space so that no one is poking around your business or your back office. In fact, I can tell you that there are 4 separate firewalls around the entire CFX ecosystem, the member back office environment. And never now in more than 28 months has even the first of those firewalls ever been breached. So we're in very, very good hands on the programming side. And of course, there's also teams of experts in the marketing side, in social media, making sure all your questions and comments are answered in social media. For those of you who love social media, our biggest following in social media, believe it or not, it isn't Facebook, it isn't Instagram, it's Twitter. And so if that's something that appeals to you, make sure you follow CFX on Twitter, and make sure you also join them on Telegram for daily, weekly updates. And of course, there's other social media platforms, as I've just mentioned, available as well. In fact, if you are an Instagram user, I would certainly encourage you to also add CFX. The CFX group is the Instagram handle. It's also the Twitter handle. And I would encourage you to add them on Instagram, because there's a really skilled graphics team that goes into making fantastic messages for their Instagram page. Now, corporate offices, I've mentioned to you that these are going to be spaces that are officially open to members, member visits, starting the new year. In fact, what you're going to see as a member in your back office coming is going to be a schedule where you can come and plan events in this space, or you can also just simply come to learn. And there's going to be a very strong correlation between the academy that you will see roll out just before phase 2 is launched, and the curriculum inside that academy, and your ability to go through that curriculum with live instructors in a classroom environment at the corporate offices. So one more, actually, I apologize. I've got a short video I've been editing here, so you can see some shots of So a lot of the facilities that, or rather the events that CFX will be hosting in 2022 will be in the Caribbean region. And so for those of you who are interested in touring that space yourself, of course, we're going to make it easy for you, because you're probably going to be in that corner of the world if you ever come to one of the CFX events. And then you'll simply need to make a short addition or a small addition to your flight schedule to pop into Panama City, Panama, and go and tour that space. Or like I said before, if you ever want to come to one of the classes that's going to launch at the beginning of the new year, you'll have an opportunity as well to come and go through some live seminars to really hammer home the skills that you're learning in the e-commerce, in the e-learning environment that we're referring to as the Academy. So let's watch another very short video on the Academy, and we'll talk a bit more about that now. Now, there are two areas that the disruption of COVID has had a significant impact on CFX. And one of them was the launch of our corporate offices, our facility in Panama City. And that finally, we were able to check that off the to-do or the completed list. But another area where we had some very significant disruption, of course, is the launch of the Academy. This Academy was meant to launch a long time ago and is a real integral part of this business model, in the sense that CFX was always meant to be a full service Forex platform. So for those of you who are interested, of course, in allowing the automated trading to do its job and you not have to worry about it, well, that's very easy for you. There's not much that you need to worry about. But we know that there are some of you that are very interested in also honing your skills in the trading markets themselves, and really developing a sense of what is required to be effective traders in the global forex market. And of course, the Academy is going to play a key role in your ability to do exactly that. And as I mentioned before, as this curriculum becomes available to you in video format, you'll also be able to then go down to the corporate offices and really hammer home the lessons that you've learned on your own in video format by having live instructors work you through that curriculum as well. Now, the curriculum is going to be broken down into 3 series: the Elemental Series, the Advanced Professional Series, and the Supreme Series. And so through these, moving through these chronologically is going to create an opportunity for you to start to become extremely familiar in the global Forex market. More than 18 modules, more than 150 videos, and then a list that's only going to continue to grow and grow as the Academy curriculum continues to specialize over weeks and months. So let's talk about how one accesses this curriculum, or how you will access this curriculum. This is going to be done through something that we refer to as trading packs. And in fact, what you're looking at right now are the first 5 steps up a trading pack ladder. And that very first step you can see is a $300 step. Now, these are all in US denominations. So $300 US, $500 US, $1,000 US, etc., and so forth. And then on the right-hand side of each one of those icons, you can see there's 3 lines of text. The first line says Academy Pack. The second line says Trade Pool Deposit. And the third line says Leadership Program. Now, the top 2 numbers, those are also in US denominations. So for example, Academy Pack 90, that's $90 US. Now, $90 US represents 30% of $300. 30% of $300 is $90. Now, the remaining balance after you take $90 away from $300 is $210. And you can see very easily that's where your trade pool deposit comes from. In other words, this is an amount that's going to be traded on your behalf using the technology and the expertise we were talking about a few slides ago when I introduced you to Edwin and the global Forex market. Now, you can see there's also an opportunity to progress very easily and very naturally up this trade package ladder from a $300 trade pack to a $500 trade pack and a $1,000 trade pack, et cetera, and so forth. And as you move out of the Elemental Series, by the way, as you move through the Elemental Series, each one of these trade packs, of course, is going to unlock another module in the Academy curriculum. That's exactly how it's going to work. So you start at the beginning and you start working your way through the Elemental Series into the Advanced Series, the next 5 steps up the trade package ladder, and you can continue on your journey through this trade package growth into the Supreme Series. The last 5 steps up the series representing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, and $100,000 trade packs. And this also, of course, is unlocking the last 5 modules of the curriculum within the Academy as well. So you can see there's an awful lot going on underneath the surface. But what I'd like to focus on right now, for those of you who are new to this platform and are really unsure how challenging it could be to navigate this trade package ladder and start wherever you may choose to start and work your way into a larger trade package, I'm going to give members that have been using the platform for a while an opportunity to share some of their personal experience with you. But before we do that, I want you to explain, or rather, I want you to understand very, very clearly, this is critically important, that trading in the global Forex market contains risk. There's always risk in any form of trading, and Forex is no different. So it's critically important as you get started with CFX that you only spend money on a trade package that you can afford to lose. If that means you need to get started at $300, then so be it. That's where you get started. If that means that you can afford to get started at $3,000, well then, and you're comfortable doing that, then you go ahead and you do that as well. It's very important though, that this disclaimer is understood by you and that you make sure that you're only risking capital that you can afford to lose when you're deciding to get started with CFX. Now, I want to explain to you why it's so important that you don't put any undue pressure, financial pressure, on yourself or your family, because it's absolutely possible to navigate this trade package ladder using the growth from the platform rather than having to use your own savings. And what I'd like to do is call on members that have been using this platform for some time to help you get a sense of what I'm talking about. So for those of you who have been members for a period of time, I'd like you to share 3 things in the chat if you don't mind. I'd like you to share what trade package you got started with when you first got involved, how long ago that was, and what trade package that you're currently using today. And this is going to be very valuable information for new members so they don't feel any undue pressure in starting anywhere that's beyond their financial capacity. Okay. I'm just going to hold on a second where some of you enter that data. We're going to look at it together. So Meryl dropped her first in here now. She started in June. That's 2020 at $300. There's a perfect example, starting at $300, and now she's trading, or apologies, she or he, apologies, Meryl, is trading on $30,000. That's fantastic. Congratulations to you. That's absolutely excellent. Felicia's $300 to 1K. Congratulations to you. $300 to 30. We've just shared. Andrew, $500. So this is very important that many members in CFX got involved at trade packages that are part of the Elemental series. $300. Congratulations, Meryl. Executive. That's awesome. That certainly adds to the power of the story. So this is really important for all of you to understand. You know, right now, especially with all of us still reeling from COVID challenges, in many cases, our finances are a little tighter than maybe they've been in the past. And so you need to make sure that you understand that you have access to this project without spending significant savings that may be important for you to keep into your bank. In fact, what we're going to focus on making sure that you understand as we move through the second half of this presentation is how you can use the full weight, the full capacity of this project to help you earn so that you don't need to spend large sums in the early stages. Now, there are definitely members that get involved, for example, in Supreme Series packages right out of the gate, but they have the ability and it's not going to put any undue pressure on them. But if that's something that's not accessible to you, then don't feel any sense of obligation to do so. We're going to explain now how one can maximize in all of the opportunities that come along with the CFX platform. So what we're going to focus on over the next few minutes is two ways that you can get involved. And the first way is essentially as a customer. So a customer purchases something, as a customer does. And for the most part, that's all they do. Their job is finished. They purchase something as a customer, and now they simply enjoy the benefit of that particular purchase. But there is another way that you can maximize your earnings in the platform if you find yourself, for example, in a position where you have been downsized or your hours have been reduced, or perhaps there's a threat of downsizing and you're a little concerned and you really want to take full advantage of every possible opportunity within CFX to put some extra dollars in your pocket. We're going to talk about that as well. So just consider moving forward, there are two ways to participate in the platform: as a customer and as someone who's going to, once they understand the project, share the project with others. So those are those two roles. So let's go ahead and define both of those options right now. First of all, there's some terms that you need to become comfortable with. And the first of those terms we refer to as bear capital, B-E-A-R. Now, bear capital is capital that you are going to accrue through CFX doing its job behind the scenes in the global Forex market. So these are benefits that will come to you from the company providing its expertise and its trading activity in the global Forex market. Now, in bear capital, you can earn up to 2 times the value of any trade package. And of course, a trade package, we just finished walking through the trade package ladder and showing you all 15 of them, from $300 all the way through to $100,000. So remember, in bear gains or bear capital, you can earn up to 2 times the value of the trade package that you've purchased. Now, in bull capital, B-U-L-L, you can earn an additional 2 times the value of your current trade package. You just earn it in a very different way. How you qualify for earning bull capital is done when you refer CFX to a minimum of one other person. And in fact, what that does is it opens you up to a number of bonuses that you can see listed in that paragraph in the middle of your screen. So I'm going to give you a 30,000 overview or 30,000 foot overview to give you a sense of exactly how this works. Now you can see on the left-hand side of your screen is a $1,000 trade pack icon. This is an icon, it's the circular icon for a $1,000 trade pack. What this means, of course, is that 70-30 split that we were talking about earlier with bear gains or bear capital is being generated through the 70% of the value of your trade package that's going to go to work for you in the global Forex market. Now, remember, you have the ability in bear gains to earn up to 2 times the value of your trade package. If you own a $1,000 trade package, 2 times the value would be $2,000. Likewise, in bull capital or bull gains, remember, bull gains can accrue when you share CFX with a minimum of one other person. And in that case, of course, the remaining 30% of that trade package purchase is allocated for a product purchase. That's a product sale, which is the Academy access. Remember, every single time you move upwards through any of those trade packages, 30% of the value of your trade package is going towards unlocking another section or module of the Academy. And in this particular case, on a $1,000 trade package, 30% would be $300. And you'll notice that all $300 is given to sharing members through 2 different bonuses. One's called a fast start bonus and the other's called a unilevel bonus. And remember, in bull capital, you can again earn up to an additional 2 times the value of your trade package. So 2 times a $1,000 trade package would be an additional $2,000 for a total potential of $4,000 on your $1,000 trade package purchase. So you're already getting a sense now of how some of our members are climbing the trade package ladder, because they're earning more from their trade package benefits than, of course, the cost of purchasing that trade package. And that creates some flexibility, some options for them. Now, one of the options, of course, is that you can purchase a trade package and you can earn either $2,000 or $4,000 and you can completely walk away from the project. That's your prerogative. That's your choice. Put the profit in your pocket. You will pay a withdrawal fee when you're pulling your profits out of the structure. Of course, there's another option for you as well. And that option is probably fairly obvious. You could purchase another $1,000 trade package and just simply repeat the whole process all over again. But there is a third option. And the third option in the long run is certainly the most beneficial to you. But of course, again, it's your choice. You don't have to choose it. And that is to climb the trade package ladder. And that's the example that we saw many members sharing with us in the chat. So in other words, the climbing of the trade package ladder from a $1,000 trade package, well, the next step would be a $2,000 trade package. Now, obviously, the reason that you would benefit from that is if 70% of the value of your trade package is being traded on your behalf, 70% of a $1,000 trade package is $700. But if I chose to climb to a $2,000 trade package, 70% of that is $1,400. I'm trading more, which means I have the potential to benefit more. And that's exactly the case. And this is why you saw many of the members in the chat climbing to $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 trade packages and beyond. Because if 70% of their $30,000 trade package is being traded on their behalf, that means 21,000 US dollars is being traded on their behalf in the global Forex market, and they're earning appropriately. And we'll describe or break down the specifics of that earning in just a couple of slides. So I want you to understand that those are 3 options that are available to any single member that's involved in CFX. You can participate as a customer, do absolutely nothing at all, and generate bear capital, or you can participate as a customer, purchase a trade package, and choose to share CFX with others, and also generate and earn from bull capital with fast start bonuses and unilevel bonuses. So let's break each one of these down in a little more detail. We'll talk about trading first because everybody benefits from trading. If you own an active trade package as a customer or someone sharing CFX, you own a trade package, you're earning trading results, period. No exceptions, okay? It's one of the benefits of participation. Now, remember, we talked about the Forex market being open on Monday morning in the Asia Pacific markets or sessions, and the New York session closing Friday evening. In between those, of course, we've got 24 hours, 5-day week of trading. Now, CFX trades Monday through Friday. At the end of every single trading day, all of the winning trades and all of the losing trades are added together. Right off the top of that, CFX charges or takes what they call a success fee, their fee for providing these services and profits to us through the trading. And the balance remaining is shared with every single member or by every single member or divided amongst every single member who owns an active trade package. Let me give you an example of how this works. Let's say, for example, you have worked your way up to a $1,000 trade package. Now, remember, 70% of that is being traded on your behalf. That's $700 that you're trading in the Forex market. And on the end of Friday, today, we have a 1.2% trading day. Well, 1.2% times $700 would be your trading gain for the end of the day today. Now, Monday through Friday trading gains are all added together. And on Saturday, they're pushed to an internal wallet that you own because you own a trading package. And then from there, of course, you can trigger a withdraw, and then you can receive those gains paid directly to you. And that's exactly how trading works, day after day, week after week, month after month. Okay, now let's talk about a fast start bonus. Now, this is considerably different from trading because if you recall, this is a bonus that you'll generate if you choose the option of sharing CFX with someone else. So in fact, when you choose to share CFX with someone else, you remember that 30% of the value of every trade package is allocated as a product purchase. And 100% of that 30% is paid out to members who are sharing CFX. And you can see 50%, a number above or in front of the Fast Start bonus title. And that's because half of that 30% is allocated as a Fast Start bonus. Here's a simpler way of looking at the mathematics. Half of 30% is 15%, 1/5. So for example, if you recommend CFX to a friend of yours and they chose to get involved, let's say with a $2,000 trade package, well, 15% of $2,000 would be $300 US. And that would be paid to you immediately in the form of a Fast Start bonus. But here's where the Fast Start gets very exciting. If you refer your friend to CFX and over the coming months and years, they make the deliberate decision that they're going to climb the trade package ladder and they're determined to get all the way through to a $100,000 trade package, every single time that they make a jump up the trade package ladder, you're going to earn another Fast Start bonus. Let me give you an example. I said they started with a $2,000 trade package. Let's say in 6 months, they're moving from a $7,000 trade package to a $10,000 trade package. Now that's a jump of $3,000. Well, you will also earn 15% of that $3,000. That's $450 for you. Perhaps a year later, they're moving from a $30,000 trade package to a $40,000 trade package. That's a jump of $10,000. You will also earn 15% of that $10,000. And every single time they make a progressive leap, you'll continue to earn 15% of the jump as a Fast Start bonus. So Fast Start bonuses can actually become very lucrative for you over time, especially when you consider, of course, that there's no limit to the number of people that you can personally share CFX with. If you share with 5 or 10 friends or 20 or 30, that potentially is a lot of Fast Start bonuses starting to roll your way. Now, if you recall, there were 2 bonuses that you would earn when you chose to share CFX with someone else. In other words, when that product purchase was made, that 30% that went to the academy, it was split into 2 bonuses. And this is why you saw 50%, the number 50%, of course, in front of the Fast Start, and you're seeing the remaining 50% is being allocated to this unilevel bonus. So in other words, again, 50% of the 30% of the trade package means 15% of the value of any new or renewed or upgraded trade package is going to go into this bonus. So this is also a recurring bonus for you. So let's talk about exactly how this potentially works. Now you can see, first of all, levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this 10 level bonus are automatically unlocked when you join CFX. Now, first of all, you need to understand anyone that you personally refer to CFX will live on your level 1. If you personally refer 1 friend, you'll have 1 team that's starting to grow on your level 1. If you personally refer 3 or 4 or 5 people, well, then you'll have 3, 4, or 5 teams starting to grow on your level 1. So they're all side by side each other. As they share friends or share CFX with their friends, that creates a level 2 for you. And as people on your level 2 share with their friends, that creates a level 3 for you. And so this is how this bonus grows organically. And so you can understand very clearly there is a benefit. If you want to share this with more than one friend, you can add significantly to the potential to earn within this bonus. So as you start to move through ranks of this platform, you can see that you're unlocking various levels of this unilevel bonus. In fact, by hitting executive, you unlock levels 5 and 6. And we'll talk about what's entailed to hit these bonuses in a moment. By reaching the rank of manager, you're unlocking levels 7 and 8. By hitting director, you're unlocking level 9. And by joining the President's Club, you're unlocking level 10. So as a 10 level bonus, you can see these percentages, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels paying out 10%, 2 levels paying out 20%, and the last 4 levels all paying out 5%. Now, if you add all those together, of course, you've got 100%. So you know for every dollar that goes into this bonus, you know how that dollar is going to be broken down and allocated. First off, anyone who joins CFX for the first time is going to trigger an earning if they're within your unilevel. And any time that that individual chooses to renew or upgrade their trade package, it's going to trigger another earning bonus for you inside your unilevel. So this has the potential, again, of growing very, very large, because unlike the fast start bonus where you're doing all the work and you're earning the bonus exclusively, this is a shared bonus. You can see 10% of the money going into this is shared with anyone on your level 1, from anyone on your level 1, 2, 3, and 4, 20% on level 5 and 6, and 5% on 7, 8, 9, or 10. So where does the money come from? How does it pay you? Remember, 15% of the value of every trading pack goes into this bonus. So someone, for example, joins with a $2,000 trade package, 15% is $300. $300 is going into this bonus. Now, if that person that just joined is on your level 1 is a 10% level. 10% of $300 would be $30 to you. The other $270 would be shared amongst the other 9 levels. Likewise, if someone else sponsored that person and they happen to land on your level 5 or 6, well, that's a 20% payout level. Remember, $2,000 trade package, 15% is $300 goes into this bonus. 20% of $300 would be $60 to you. Likewise, if they were on your levels 7, 8, 9, or 10, as they were sponsored deeper into your unilevel, you would earn 5% of $300, which would be $15 to you. And again, each and every time that that person climbs the trade package ladder, it's going to trigger another earnings for you over and over and over from the same group of individuals. And this is one of the reasons this becomes such a powerful bonus. But in addition to that, President's Club Ambassador and Global Ambassador convert this 10-level bonus into an unlimited bonus, level 11 to infinity. This is very important to understand. So once you've reached President's Club, if this is something that's important to you, then you simply need to make sure that you put hitting President's Club on your ultimate goals list, because that's going to convert this to a global bonus, which gives you the ability to earn regardless of how deep your unilevel grows. It grows to level 11 or 15 or level 17 or level 35 or level 42 over time. It doesn't matter. You're going to earn from all of that activity. Now, the last bonus for us to discuss. This bonus is significantly different than the previous two for the main reason that the previous two are being paid from a product sale. And remember, that's the Academy portion of any trade package. 30% of the value of any trade package is what's responsible for paying you in the previous two bonuses we've just discussed. This bonus is paying you from an entirely different source of income. Okay, so where you're going to earn from this bonus is the withdrawal fee that we referenced a little bit earlier in the presentation. Anytime that any member in CFX makes a withdrawal, there's a withdrawal fee, and that withdrawal fee is 20%. Now, that may seem a little excessive. That's a large withdrawal fee, but keep in mind, if you look on the left-hand side of your screen in the second paragraph, the withdrawal fee is divided into 3 different bonuses, and all 3 of those bonuses are for you. They're not for the company. Okay, so half of that withdrawal fee is going to the bonus that you see on the screen now. 10% of it is going to a matching bonus, and the remaining, or the last 40%, are going to leadership rank bonuses. Okay, so let's describe more clearly how this works for you. Let's say, for example, that in this matrix, and by the way, this is This is also a 10 level bonus, but unlike the unilevel, the bonus grows in multiples of 3 because you can never have any more than 3 people on your level 1. Now, if you recall, in the unilevel, you could personally refer 5 friends, 10 friends, 100 friends, 1,000 friends, and they would all be sitting on your level 1. In the matrix, this isn't possible. You only have room for 3 people on your level 1. Now, if you got involved in CFX as a customer and you off to a slower start, you were not recommending CFX to anyone, there's an outside chance that all 3 of your level 1 positions ended up being occupied by people you don't even know. And that's what those gray lines on the graphic on the right-hand side of your screen are attempting to show. People can drop into your matrix from anywhere because everyone has that same restriction of only 3 people wide on their level 1. So if, for example, you have someone in your upline that personally referred 10 people to CFX and only 3 people can fit on their level 1, well, where do those other 7 people go? They now have to drop down below where there's space available for them. And so this creates a very unique situation. And part of the uniqueness of that situation is that you may have customers. Remember, a customer is someone who's going to purchase a trade package, but has no interest in sharing CFX with anyone else. But they still have the potential of having someone drop down into their matrix, and they still have the potential, of course, of that growing into a team and them earning from the activity that's happening below them in this matrix bonus. And this is why it was done the way it was done, to create a fair opportunity for every single member that's part of the platform, whether they're recommending CFX to others or they're not recommending CFX to anybody. So that's why you'll see this bonus growing in multiples of 3. Level 1 is 3, level 2 is 9. Now, this is a maximum of 9. Level 3 can hold a maximum of 27 people. Level 4 can hold a maximum of 81 people. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to perfectly fill your matrix up, but it means that this is how much you would have room for in your matrix. Now, how do you make money from this? Let's say, for example, somebody on your level 7 is making a withdrawal. We'll keep it a fairly small withdrawal. Let's say someone on your level 7 is making a $1,000 withdrawal. Now, I say small because I know some of you are making withdrawals that are 3 figures. Some of you are making withdrawals that are 4 figures. Some of you are making 5 figures and even 6-figure withdrawals. And I'm sure some of you have even made a 7-figure withdrawal. Whatever it happens to be for you, congratulations for all of you. Let's say in this case, it's a $1,000 withdrawal. They're on your level 7. Now, take a look at the green numbers on the right-hand side of this graphic. 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 10, 30, 20, 10, 10. Those are also percentages. Add those together and you also get 100%. Okay? So level 7 is a 30% level. Now, keep in mind, remember we said the withdrawal fee is 20% and half of it is going into this bonus. So if I'm withdrawing $1,000, the fee is $200, and half of that fee is going into this matrix. Half of $200 is $100. Now, 30% on level 7, which means 30% of the $100 will be earned by you, and the remaining $70 will be shared amongst the other 9 levels. So $30 to you. Now, if that person, of course, was making a $10,000 withdrawal, it would be $300 to you. Here's the other great thing that's about this force matrix. Every single time anyone in your matrix structure makes a withdrawal, you're going to earn. As long as they're on a level, levels 1 through 10, where you're qualified to earn from. We'll talk about that in a minute. So for many of you, this matrix bonus is going to become by far your largest income source within CFX. Now, how do you qualify to earn all the way through from levels 1 through 10? Well, that's done by the size of your trade package. So you can see on the right-hand side of this slide, a trade package $300 and $500 qualifies you to earn on levels 1, 2, and 3. As you work your way up to a $1,000 trade package, you're now qualified to earn on withdrawals for your matrix for level 4. A $2,000 trade package qualifies you for level 5, and so on and so forth. And this is how you'll ultimately be qualified to earn all the way through to levels 9 and 10. Now, on the other side of this slide, the 10% matching bonus simply means that anyone that you've personally referred to CFX, in other words, anyone that you've earned a fast start bonus from when they get started, you will also earn a 10% match of anything that they're pulling out of the matrix. So for example, in our last matrix payday, if one of your friends earned $3,000, well, you would earn a $300 match. And you would earn that 10% match for every single person that's earning an income in the matrix. So the very last thing for us to discuss, and that is, of course, this leadership program. Now, the leadership program is also very important because if you recall, this is how you're going to, for example, Meryl mentioned to us that she's reached executive. Congratulations to you. So what that means is that a member reaching executive has, first of all, got a minimum of 500 personal volume points. Now, 500 personal volume points is a 2-to-1 point to dollar ratio with the price of a trade package. That means that you would be using a minimum of a $1,000 trade package. You would also have referred a minimum of 3 people to CFX. And from those 3 people, as they begin sharing with others, your team volume, this is group volume, GV, would have accumulated over a 30-day period, 25,000 in volume, with a maximum of 15,000 of that volume coming from one particular line of lineage. Okay, 25,000 in total volume. Now, you know that, of course, there's a 2-to-1 point to dollar ratio. So as friends share with friends, and they all get involved with their $500 trade pack or $1,000 or $2,000 trade pack or any of the other total of 15, half of that price, of course, is points that will be accumulating over a 30-day period. And if you hit 25,000 with no more than 15,000 counted from one particular team, congratulations to you. You've reached the rank of executive. Now, what that does, of course, for you is it unlocks levels 5 and 6 in the unilevel. This is very important because remember, those were your 20% payout levels. Of course, it's also going to trigger a leadership rank prize as well for you. So how does one reach the rank of manager? Well, very simply, any 2 people, whether you know them or not, in your genealogy, as long as they're from 2 different teams, reaching the rank of executive themselves, well, that will automatically propel you to reach the rank of manager. And if you recall, that's going to unlock levels 7 and 8 in your unilevel. And of course, it will trigger another rank prize. Hitting the rank of director is done when any 2 people in your team, 2 separate teams, hit manager, you will automatically become director. Any 3 directors automatically propels you to President's Club, and so on and so forth. And this is how you navigate this leadership program. So let's take a look at some of the bonuses that are associated with each of these ranks. Now, remember, for each of these ranks moving forward, a sterling silver pin manufactured specifically for CFX is going to be awarded to the member that reaches that particular rank. So that's the first congratulations. Hitting executive, if you recall, unlocks levels 5 and 6, and also a $900 iPad Air. This is a very light, paper-thin iPad is also sent to you as a gift. Or, of course, you can take 75% of the value of any of these prizes and receive it directly as a BTC payment. When you hit the rank of manager, here's a very significant jump in prizes. This is a $10,000 prize value for hitting manager. His or her day-date stainless Rolex will be sent to you. When you hit the rank of director, now with director, this is a $15,000 prize. This is for you and a companion, and you can redeem this anytime you want to. When you hit President's Club, $100,000 towards anything that Porsche manufactures. But again, the other important part of reaching this particular prize is that you are also going to now unlock beyond level 10 of the matrix, apologies, of the unilevel. You're going to convert your unilevel into an unlimited unilevel because now you have access to the global bonus. When you reach ambassador, $200,000 towards anything Ferrari manufactures, and then ultimately reaching global ambassador is $500,000 towards anything that Lamborghini manufactures. So with that, I want to thank all of you very much for your contributions in the chat. It's always greatly appreciated. Thanks for taking the time to be here. And remember that we do this twice a week. I I'm very excited to have an opportunity now again to be here with you next week. So I'll see you on Monday. I hope you have an absolutely excellent weekend between now and then. Remember, same link, same time, same place. And for those of you who are here as guests, I would encourage you to simply get back to the person that asked you to watch this presentation and simply let them know which you feel is most appropriate for you, whether you're quite content and happy being a CFX customer, or perhaps you have a little bit more of a financial need and you're quite determined that you're going to be sharing this platform with others. Simply let your friend know and they'll help you get started the best way for you. Okay, with that, thanks very much, Andrew, for your assistance. Thanks for all of you who shared information in the chat. It's always appreciated. Have an excellent weekend, and we'll see you soon.